Alright, boys, we're ready for our final match of Group D for the Dota 2 Canada Cup. This is going to mark the end, well, almost the end of our group stage. Because we're still going to have some tiebreaker matches that are going to occur on Sunday.
10 seconds remaining.
The 26th. That's going to start at 6 p.m. That's going to be our tiebreaker for Group C between Complexity, eHug, and Not Today.
Reserve time.
All three of those actually battling for only 2 spots. So if one of those teams actually loses all 2, they're out. Or both of their games are out. And yeah, that should be a good one. But we've got to finish Group D before we can get there. We will not have a tie break in Group D as well. We already know that the North American Rejects will advance. We know that Void Boys are eliminated as a result of their last game. And we know that top 5 in the NEL Goons are currently tied. So the winner of this will actually advance into the playoffs. The loser is going to get eliminated. So everything's riding on this one match between these two teams. So it should make for a good one. Once again, we're casting the Dota 2 Canada Cup. If you don't know what that's about, go find out at dota2.ca. Also buy the in-game ticket because it's awesome and it supports this awesome tournament and supports these awesome teams. And you get a Sven set, which, you know, some people are a little on the fence whether they like it or not. I think it looks pretty cool. But either way, 12.5% of that $9 goes towards increasing the prize pool. So yeah, that's how you can support the players as well. Yeah, we're gonna hop on into this one. So we've got top 5 going up against the NEL Goons. We've got Batrider, Storm Spirit, and Ancient Apparition so far banned out by top 5. Now Troll Warlord, Sniper, and Dazzle banned out by the NEL Goons. Shadow Fiend and Axe were the pick for the Dire side, and Juggernaut and Vengeful Spirit for the NEL Goons on the Radiant. Templar Assassin now getting banned by top 5. Interesting. Skywrath also getting banned by NEL Goons. As the pick is now in their court. And they're going to go with the Lions. They have the two pretty much most contested support heroes in the game right now, and that's the Vengeful Spirit and the Lion. So they're going to have both on their side to go with the Juggernaut. Shadow Fiend and Axe for top 5. So most likely we're going to have the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane, Axe in the off lane. And for the Radiant side, the NEL Goons,
10 seconds remaining.
We've got Juggernaut, Vengeful Spirit, and Lion.
5 seconds
that are all
remaining.
Most likely going to be in the safe lane, so they're going to look to pick up their off laner probably next, and then eventually their mid laner to go potentially up against the Shadow Fiend. Top 5, expect them to pick up support here. As well, they've got a lot of different options, but some of the big ones are already been removed. Earthshaker's probably the highest priority one, but who else is left? Skywrath, Dazzle, A8 are banned. Venge and Lion are picked. Huh. Then you start getting into things like your Earthshaker. Don't think we're going to see something like a CM, but of course Alina is an option. Disruptor is a great option as well. Was it top 5 that we saw play the Disruptor? That was constantly picking people off? Can't remember. It was definitely Group D. No, it was Fogged for the North American Rejects that was playing Disruptor and going absolutely crazy with constantly glimpsing heroes back. So we're going to see Disruptor on the side of top 5. We've got Clockwork getting picked up for the NL Goons, so they've picked up their offlaner, but it is a Radiant side Clockwork, so doesn't have the same luxuries that a Dire side Clockwork has. As they're just gonna have to pick up their mid laner to finish out this roster. Top 5, expect them to pick up another support here as well.
5 seconds remaining.
Earthshaker's still on still a potential. Do I like Earthshaker here? I don't know. Top 5 definitely have found themselves in a little bit of an awkward position here in the draft. I don't know. I don't know what the options are here. We're just gonna have to wait and see. As well, we're gonna find out in less than 15 seconds.
Phantom Lancer.
It's not gonna be a support. It's gonna be Phantom Lancer is
Radiant
gonna be the
team
pickup, so they
ban.
pick up their safe laner instead. Now NEL Goons, now they have to make the decision. What support is there even potentially left for top 5 that we're gonna ban? I have no
10
idea.
seconds remaining.
Witch Doctor, yeah. Everyone's been forgetting
Dire
about him all
team
tournament
ban.
long, so I guess it's fitting that I forgot about him. But he'll get banned out. Which still begs the question, what the hell is top 5 going to pick? Is they're going to ban Lena?
Radiant team pick.
Which of course would have been a really strong pick for the NEL Goons as well. So maybe a little surprising that they didn't pick up Lena themselves rather than the Phantom Lancer. Obviously they have some kind of idea of what they want to pick, but I have no idea what it would be. I'm all out of options.
10
I'm all out of
seconds
ideas.
remaining.
I have no idea. But NEL Goons, they've got a couple options for sure
5
for their mid laner.
seconds remaining.
It's just whoever they feel like they want to put mid against the Shadow Fiend.
Reserve time.
We're going to take a little bit more time as... Well, their mid laner choice last game didn't actually get off to the best start, so I Annihilate. He's going to maybe put a little bit extra thought into what hero he's going to be playing here. Not that the Storm Spirit pick last game was a bad one, but the start to his game was definitely not desirable. I think he started 0-4 going up against the Ogre Magi in the mid lane. It was a rough time. It was a really, really rough time for him. Well, yeah, still using their reserve time here. What are they going to go with? What is left? All the big mid laners have been banned. But there's certainly a pretty big mid pool. The problem, I think, is that you want something that's going to give you a little bit more damage as well. Because you can't just rely on the Juggernaut. And we're going to see a Tinker. Oh boy.
Dire team pick.
Is this going to be our 3rd hour-long game? Could very well be. This is going to be a Tinker for the side of the NEL Goons. Tinker against Phantom Lancer. Oh boy. Oh boy. Void? Void are the calls?
10
Void?
seconds remaining.
How? Support Void?
5
Offlane Void,
seconds
Axe
remaining.
shifted to position 4? That's a possibility, I guess. Guess it's not the
Reserve
worst.
time. 10 seconds
But they only have 10
remaining.
seconds to make that decision. They do have Disruptor going against Tinker, which is okay. How was I supposed to predict that? How? Undying? What? What the heck? I don't know. Whatever. There's no way in hell I'm
Prepare
supposed
for
to
battle.
pick that. Either way, we've got ourselves in a position for a really interesting game. This is a really interesting effigy. I like that. Either way, let's introduce the teams. I'm getting distracted. As on the Radiant side, we're going to have the NEL Goons playing their Tinker, who's going to look to get off to a better start than he did last game. It's going to be I Annihilate. Diet Coke, aka F4L, is going to be taking control of the Lion. Duty Free Derek's going to be on the Vengeful Spirit. And Ritsu is going to be on the Juggernaut. Bloody Nine, once again, is going to be on the Clockwork. Top 5 is going to be on the Dire side. AJ is going to be riding that Raptor on the Disruptor. The Chinese dude is going to be on the Phantom Lancer. Burning
30
DD is going to be on the
seconds to
Shadow
battle.
Fiend. Shanks is going to be taking that. A little bit of a surprise pick of the Undying. And everyone was always about building the hype for it. Shrivel Your Cock is going to be on the Axe. Well, it looks like we've got the NEL Goons pretty much just maintaining their jungle here, and top 5 doing the same as well. So we're not going to see too much in terms of aggressive warding, although Bloody Nine did already get a little bit of
battle
aggressive ward up
begins.
in the top lane. We'll take a look at that in just a second as he was forced to pop his cogs there, as Burning DD will take the bounty rune, and surprisingly F4L is actually going to be taking the bounty rune. for the NEL Goon side. So it's not going to be Annihilate who's going to be able to take that. Here's that aggressive Observer Ward coming out from the Clockwork. But we also have a Lane Ward coming out from top 5 as well to be able to spot a little bit of that Clockwork's movement. But he should also know that that's already there thanks to his Observer Ward. As for down here, we do have the Pull Camp blocked by a Sentry Ward. And interesting lanes that we're going to have so far. It's going to be the Axe and the Undying going up against the Juggernaut, the Lion, and the Vengeful Spirit. Mid lane is going to be Tinker up against the Shadow Fiend, and the top lane is going to be Clockwork up against the Phantom Lancer and the Disruptor. Well, this is going to certainly be an interesting lane, this tri-lane versus dual lane. We're going to see some initiation here coming out onto the Axe as he's going to go down, but not before the spin procs are going to get him first blood as they drop the Lion. Unfortunately, it was actually the creeps that got the last hit there, so no first blood bonus gold going the way of the Axe. 49 getting zoned out a little bit here. It's going to be a little rough going up against the Disruptor, certainly once he hits level 2, and it's going to get even worse once he hits level 3. As that allows Glimpse and Kinetic Field to come out on the board as well. Right now it's just Thunderstrike, although Disruptor doesn't really have much mana because he's been constantly Thunderstriking, and he doesn't have any Clarities either. Well, let's take a look at our mid lane. How are we doing so far? 7-2 for Annihilate, 6-0 for Burning DD. So very slight advantage going the way of Tinker, but that's to be expected with the Shadow Fiend early on. Ritsu's having a little bit extra difficulty, I'd say, in the bottom lane, given that he's up against a dual lane, and that's allowed the Phantom Lancer to pull out a little bit of a lead, but not by much. Just 10-3 on the Phantom Lancer versus 6-1 on the Juggernaut. F4L made his way up to the top, and then he's... Well, I thought he was maybe going to make his way down to the top rune, but looks like he's going for a wraparound here on the mid lane. They want to get some... They want to get a gank off on Burning DD here, who actually has no mana, so they may actually very well dive the tower here, but F4L thinking better of it, and we'll just back away. Duty Free Derek was there as well. I think they definitely could have dove there. But Shanks was coming in as well. Maybe a Tombstone would have been bad news bears for them had they gone a little bit too aggressive there. Ritsu getting forced back. This is the problem with leaving this bottom lane, is now you've got Axe going up against the Juggernaut, and the Axe should be able to dominate in this lane. He just plays aggressive, and the spin procs will carry him. Bloody 9 pop the Battery Assault, forcing AJ back, and then a Glimpse gonna bring Bloody 9 back. He actually maybe could have Cogs trapped in AJ there, but I think he realized that Shanks was probably making his way on up there and that he had no support from his allies.
No way.
Well, it's we've had a complete shift in our lanes. Looks like it's going to be a dual lane up top now, as Lion's going to be up here with the Clockwork going up against the Phantom Lancer, the Disruptor, and now it's effectively a tri-lane as the Undying's up here. In the bottom lane, that leaves us with a Juggernaut and a Vengeful Spirit going up against the Axe. There's just a little bit of aggression coming out here in the bottom lane, but Axe, look at how ballsy he can be. He can play so aggressive because there's no real kill potential. He's already got his Tranquils up as well, so even if they do go hard on this bottom lane and force him to abandon the lane, he's going to be able to jungle up pretty quickly. Duty Free Derek will once again make a rotation away. This time he's going to go and pick up the bottom room, which is going to be Invis, and expect him to make a rotation back to the bottom lane as F4L has made his way down here as well. But this Observer Ward did spot out F4L's rotation, and actually his movement is going to actually bait in the Axe a little bit further, and oh no. I thought he was going to have gone too far, but actually Duty Free Derek ended up just backing away as Shanks came down here as well. So instead of potentially getting a kill there, they're going to back away in the top lane. Bloody 9 getting a kill on AJ. That's certainly not something that you would have expected, but now Duty Free Derek trying to make use of that Invis. So he's going to come in behind Burning DD, making sure that he doesn't block him. He thought about maybe blocking him, but then realized, no, this is not the time that we go on the Shadow Fiend, but he's going to have to go soon as the Invis is about to wear off, and here we go. They're going to initiate onto Burning DD, who's going to get stunned up and hit with the laser and the heat-seeking missile, and they won't be able to get the kill there as the magic stick will keep him up high enough in HP. But look at how aggressive this Axe is able to play. They need more than 2 heroes here. We're going to see the Tombstone go down as they're going to dive right past the tower going after FRL. As Shanks is going to come around and try and cut him off, but nice stun coming out from FRL, landing on both heroes, but I think he's still going to take a fall here. As Ritsu is going to try to return a little bit of damage, but the tower's not helping him as it's attacking the creep wave instead. Well, F4L will take a fall, and that evens the kill totals at 2 apiece. See how Annihilate's doing? Looks like he's got his soul ring pretty much finished. And now he's just going to be working towards his boots of travel. Burning DD is now going to force him back a little bit there. But Annihilate's just actually going to pick up the top rune here after his bottle gets delivered, and he's just going to bottle everything back up. Meanwhile, on the bottom rune, it's going to be a regen, and Shanks is guarding it right now, but Burning DD is going to come down and pick that up. I think they really need to do something about this. Ritsu keeps falling further and further behind in terms of CS. He's at 26-2 right now. We hop up to the top line, take a look at her PL. He's at 35-15, so the gap keeps increasing. Mid lane still pretty even, 37-5 for the Shadow Fiend versus 32-4 for the Tinker. And now Tombstone's going to get placed, and Ritsu's just going to walk on past. He realized that was going to be coming out. And now they're going to stun up the Axe, but I don't think they're going to be able to get a kill here. But any potential kill would have been on Shanks there, on the Undying. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Bloody Nine once again going aggressive, this time on AJ, as he's going to get another flame against the Disruptor. Question is, will he be able to get on out of there before the PL is able to take him down? Actually, there's even the potential of Bloody Nine being able to turn this around. Hookshot is available. He'll look to get it now as he makes sure that he doesn't get blocked by FRL. And there he goes. He lands the hookshot. And oh my goodness, I thought for sure the PL was going to go down there from the Earth Spike, but he manages to just doppelwalk, I think it's called? Doppelganger, close enough to avoid that Earth Spike coming out from FRL. So huge play there coming out from the PL, just barely surviving. As Bloody Nine almost got a double kill on that offlane. We're going to see a rotation from the bottom lane as Shanks making his way towards the mid and trying to put more pressure onto Annihilate here. You always want to try and prevent that Tinker from finishing his boots of travel as much as you can. You just placed an Observer Ward here, which is going to give Burning DD that vision up onto the high ground, which will allow him to play a little bit more aggressively on the Tinker, but also be able to be a little bit safer in the lane. Shanks now making his way down here. He is hasted, so he's a zombie that's kind of limping at a fast speed. As they've got an opening here onto Ritsu, as he's been taunted up. On the back of that, he's just going to spin and try and get away. He does have Omni Slash available to him, but he won't get it off, as his head's going to get chopped off by the Axe. Bloody Nine will get the return kill on the Axe, and now with Annihilate coming down here, he'll get the kill onto Shanks. So they get the kill on the Juggernaut, but it costs them too.
Radiant's top tower
And Gold
is
Swing,
under
yeah,
attack.
a little bit in favor of the Goons by about 500, but that's not really the biggest thing in the world. The most important part is the fact that they lost their Juggernaut. We're going to have some TPs coming in from the side of top 5. AJ maybe a little bit too ambitious there on the glimpse. Need to wait a little bit longer for that clockwork to get further away and maybe just work on his ability to count to 4 there, as he just used it a little bit too early and the clockwork almost went nowhere with that glimpse. Now the Axe will toss out the Battle Hungers off onto the line. That'll chunk his HP pool, but not as much as had he been leveling it. And certainly with a pair of Tranquil Boots on the line, he's going to be healed up pretty quickly.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
AJ's struggling a little bit to get level 6 here. He's starting off 0-2, and Disruptor is one of these support heroes that when he falls behind, he really struggles to get back in the game. I don't think he's that far behind right now, but he certainly isn't in an ideal situation. Take a look at Shanks. He's been doing okay. He's been doing a lot of moving around, and when you take a look at his XP, the fact that he's already past level 5.5, you take a look at AJ, who's been soaking up a little bit of solo XP here in the mid lane, and he's just basically matching the Undying. You just get a feel for how far behind that Disruptor has fallen, given that the Undying has been moving around as much as he has. PL gonna be farming up the camps there. We take a look at the supports on the Radiant side as Duty Free Derek has hit 6 on the Vengeful Spirit. And now FRL does get a stun off onto the Axe. Does he have 6 available? Not quite yet. So no finger available there. But Bloody Nine should be able to get a kill there. And he uses the magic sticks to get his HP back up. But he will go down shortly thereafter. Nice Earthspike coming out from FRL. Once again stunning up 2. That'll allow Ritsu to safely get away. And now we'll turn around and destroy these little Undying zombies that were spawned by the Tombstone. AJ still farming the mid lane. Does have 6 now, so Storm's
top tower is under
Static
attack.
Storm, that's what it's called. Yeah, there we go. Is now available to the side of top 5. I think they really should look to. They really need to look to get a kill on that Tinker in the mid lane, but they're on the defensive as Bloody Nine has TP'd on into the bottom lane. Place the cogs, unfortunately not able to pull the Undying in. Instead it'll just push him away. But now we've got 4 heroes down here for the NEL Goons. They only know that there's 2 on the side of top 5, but, well, AJ's come down as well, so it is actually 3. And we're not actually going to see a fight between either team, as they're both just going to back away. Bloody Nine will initiate with a hook shot as he spotted Burning DD making his way through the bottom rune location towards mid. There was an observer ward that gave him vision as such. And ooh, kinetic field is off the mark, and that should mean that Burning DD is going to go down. He will get the Requiem off in time, so that we basically got a second one as he goes down, and that means Bloody Nine drops almost immediately, as the Phantom Lancer will actually get the kill there. Now the Phantom Lancer will head down to the bottom lane where, well, FRL is just sucking off one of the range creeps to get a little bit more of his mana back. He does now have Finger available to him, so maybe they're going to look for a kill as Duty Free Derek is running around hasted here on the Vengeful Spirit. It's going to be a little bit of a difficult kill for them going on the Phantom Lancer. You'd have to initiate with Hex, followed by either the Earthspike or the Magic Missile, but either way they'd have to chain those things together quite well, but not going for it. As well, now they've definitely missed their opportunity. Axe made his way down here, and the Phantom Lancer is rotating away. Shank's starting to make his way down to the bottom lane. Annihilate has finished those boots of travel, but we haven't really seen him moving around too much. Still just occupying the mid lane, standing between these 2 observer wards, one for either side. Now we've got a smoke coming out from the 3 heroes on the side of top 5. It's going to be Shrivel Your Cock, AJ, and Shanks. And they're going to initiate on to Diet Coke because they're going to get the Axe Taunt, and that should be an easy kill for them. As FRL is going to go down. Annihilate continues to farm in the mid lane. As now those heroes are just smoked up. Maybe they're making a rotation towards the mid lane. Or maybe not. They were maybe thinking about it. So we're just going to go back to farming and stacking. Shanks is actually going to block the camp that Shrivel was just stacking.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh well. Either way, they'll still farm it up. As we got maybe a little bit of a wraparound here coming from Bloody Nine and Duty Free Derek, as they're going to look to try and engage on the Shadow Fiend, but Burning DD knows what's up. Switch on over to the net worth and take a look where we all stand, and this game's pretty close. Look at our top 3, they're separated by just over 300 gold. As Annihilate starts having his presence on different lanes, but he immediately gets taunted by the Axe. Static Storm's going to come down, land on both Annihilate and Bloody Nine. Annihilate trying to get away. Will he get away? He's down to 60 HP. It looks like he will. 40 HP now. As they manage to not only keep their Tinker alive, but get a return kill of 3. As now they're going to bring down the Tombstone for another extra 150 gold as well. Burning DD was, getting some damage in on that tier 1 tower in the mid lane while all that was going on, but not able to take it down. the top lane we had the Phantom Lancer pushing, but Ritsu was able to fend him off. So we'll take a quick look at our gold graph and see where we stand in terms of these two teams. And with that last one team fight, NEL Goons basically bring it back to almost even 500 gold separating the two teams. XP, a lot more in favor of the NEL Goons as they get closer to 2,500. Looks like we got a phase boot coming out soon for Ritsu, as they're going to be flying in on the courier right now. Duty Free Derek has a set of phase boots as well. Aphorel has just picked up his Blink Dagger. That's a huge pickup for them, allowing them to initiate a lot easier, certainly on the Phantom Lancer, but on whichever target they choose to go for. Also Blink Dagger up on the Tinker. Top 5 looking to set something up here in the mid lane. 3 heroes smoked up just below the mid lane, but their smoke will expire. And honestly, if they were to engage right now, they'd be jumping into 4 heroes on the side of NEL Goons, so it'd be even at best. And with Annihilate TPing on in, it's actually going to be 5, as they're just going to go on Burning DD. He must have felt so safe with the 3 heroes on his side right there. And now, NEL Goons are going to come down, try to chop down on these 2 heroes. From the side of top 5, looks like we're going to get our Disruptor TPing away, and so will the Axe. So both of them get out alive.
Tower is under attack.
Bloody 9 will bottle up a Regenerate. This top 5 is going to get forced back in the mid lane. What will they look to do here? We've seen top 5 mainly trying to put the aggression on with a couple smoke ganks. We haven't seen too much from the NEL Goons, but they do have the Tinker on their side, and I think they're relatively comfortable with farming up a little bit longer. Bloody 9 looking for an opening on the top lane. He's been the one who's been the most aggressive on the side of NEL Goons, as we saw him actually get off to a great start last game on the Clockwork as well. Maybe he threw away a little bit of that early lead. But this game, he's sitting at 5-2 and 5 right now, so he's in a good position. We're going to see a Static Storm go out on Ritsu, who seems to be stuck. It looks like he was stuck, or maybe he was just trying to, I don't know. He was stuck, but oh, Bloody 9. Almost getting caught out. We'll get the hook shot off onto his teammate to get away from there. And then F4L just jumps on in, finger bangs the Disruptor, dropping him. And now Annihilate's going to drop the Phantom Lancer. Shanks is going to come in as well. Maybe that was a little ill-advised, but it looks like he's going to be able to get away. Burning DD with the Requiem, and that Tombstone just doing work. The NEL Goons not respecting the Tombstone that was down, and they're losing a ton of health as a result. They lost their Tinker, and they're going to lose their Vengeful Spirit as well. Aphorel. I was going to say sucking off, but then I was about to say what Axe's name is. I realized that would have not been a good combination of things to say, so I bailed out of it. But you guys can put 2 and 2 together on that one. Ritsu's going to go back to farming the Ancients, as Burning DD will look to put more pressure on this mid-tier 1, and he'll get it. It was actually in deny range. So maybe a little bit of a missed deny opportunity there for the NEL Goons.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now the Phantom Lancer heads to the bottom, farms up more. He's got his Diffusal. Another 1,000 gold on hand as well. I actually didn't check Burning DD's items, as he's got a Yule Scepter and 2,100 gold. What will he look to pick up? Is he just... Okay, it is going to be a Blink Dagger. Just sold an item to accommodate the Blink. Ritsu with his Mask of Madness looks like he's going Shadow Blade as well. Duty Free Derek, typical support items. Bloody 9 going for the Blade Mail once again, as he went for that last game. Annihilate's got his Staff of Wizardry, probably building towards Dagon, and F4L's picked up a Staff of Wizardry. I don't want to make any predictions on what that Staff of Wizardry is going to go, because it hasn't been going too well for me tonight between the 4 staffs and the Yule Scepter. Oh, what the hell. It's going to be a 4 staff. We're committing to the 4 staff. Bully 9 feeling a little unsafe there, and it's going to jump away. Somehow, Burning DD gets a kill on the top lane. Onto F4L. I'm not sure how that happened. Dual Scepter was not used. Requiem was used, though. It's a little weird that he was able to get that kill. But it was a kill nonetheless. We got a Vanguard getting completed by the Axe, so I guess eventually we're going to see that getting built into a Crimson Guard. I don't think we've seen a Crimson Guard entire tournament long. Shanks looking like he's building a mech. Almost finished that as well. About 400 gold from completing that. Peel still sitting on that 2,000 gold. Hasn't bought his, or bought towards his next item. I wonder what it will be. Now, the NEL Goons looking to put a little bit of pressure up here on the top lane. And, well, I feel sorry for anyone who's actually going to respond here to this tier 1 push. Doesn't look like it's actually going to happen, as the NEL Goons are...
Dire's top tower.
Well, they could potentially take that tier 1 tower, but top 5 is actually just taking down Roche. Has been spotted out by this observer ward, or at least it spotted them going that way. Because it didn't really make sense that all of them would be heading to the bottom lane, so it's pretty clear that they hopped on into Roche Pit. As for the Dire Vision, they don't know where the Radiant is at all. As they're just passing over the mid lane, so now they know.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Roche will only drop down to about half HP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Players here.
As top 5 doesn't want to commit to the Roche there and all of a sudden have NEL Goons coming in behind them. As, just think of it, Clockwork jumps on in with the hook shot, lays down cogs, and they're all kind of trapped in there. And then you've got the March of the Machines coming and dealing a ton of damage. We'll get a taunt off onto Bloody 9, but he'll just run back to his team. Zephyrel's kind of committed in this, realizing that he was going to go down. Instead of running back, just running directly through the opponents, so they have to... They're not in a position where they're going to keep chasing. Now Ritsu's in the Roche pit, attacking Roche, and well, he was nowhere near bringing down Roche, and now he's going to get an Omni Slash off. Closest target was going to be the Shadow Fiend, but that was just maybe a little bit of a feed there. Now Duty Free Derek will run away. His top 5 will now go back to finishing off Roche, as he drops his bottle on the ground, and who's going to pick that up?
Roshan has fallen to the
I have
dark.
no idea. Either way, the Wraith Band will go on AJ to make room for that. Bottle was that? What was pinged? Help? I don't know. Either way, he'll pick it back up. Oh well. We will get the Blade Mail finished by the Clockwork, and we also got a set of drums finished by the Vengeful Spirit. So I saw him pick up the Bracer, and I thought that wasn't really that unusual, but completing it into the drums is, it may be a little bit unusual, as AJ gets picked off by Annihilate. This gets completely blown up. Looks like it. Now in the mid lane, the Phantom Lancer will Doppelganger onto Duty Free Derek, but I think he should just back away. Indeed he does, as the Earth Spike almost lands on him, but with that on cooldown, he's going to try to re-engage onto the Vengeful Spirit. Will these illusions be able to get the job done? Doesn't look like it, because now the PL has some support, as Axe and Undying look to join up. Bloody 9, Diet Coke, and I Annihilate will be able to back away. Bloody 9 will keep farming up. As, let's take a look at where we are right now in the game, as it's about 1,250 gold. 1,200? Yeah, 1,250 gold in favor of top 5. XP, about 5,000 or so in their favor as well. So they're ahead right now, but I think we've got a long road ahead of us, as we've only lost the tier 1s. No kind of pressure really been applied to tier 2s as of yet. I mean, I guess we did have a little bit of pressure applied to the tier 2 in the top lanes quite some time ago. But it's going to be very, very difficult, given that there's a Tinker in this game and a PL on the other side. Bring DD will get swapped and then CC'd up, and the finger will come out from FRL, but will they be able to finish off the Shadow Fiend? Holy moly, just gets that BKB off on time. so that he doesn't get hit by the heat-seeking missile. That looked like it landed to me before he BKB'd, but either way, he got it off on time. The big play by him. Looks like Burning DD's trying to get the kill on the Vengeful Spirit there. And let's look over here as we've got Annihilate, who has gone down to the Axe. Bloody Nine's going to go down as well. AJ running ridiculously fast as a result of that Axe chop.
Tower is under attack.
Burning DD wasn't able to get the kill on the Vengeful Spirit. But either way, top 5 will win that fight. 3 kills and losing 0. 2,700 gold goes their way. And a little bit more as they're going to take this tier 2 tower in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, I
has
think
fallen.
they should try and push up here on the top for the tier 3. Any damage that they can get on this tier 3 is going to be very, very valuable. And you can only pretty much get this kind of damage on the tier 3 when the Tinker's down. So definitely take advantage of that. Glyph's going to get used to force them back.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now top 5 will drop back and go back to farming. And they'll be thankful that there's a regen rune here. Burning DD will bottle that up. Well, the PL tries to doppelganger over the cliff, but unfortunately not able to do so as he's going to get trapped up there, but he'll be able to jump back down in just 2 seconds. There he goes, and he ends up there again. Start using the Quellen and eating your way out. Yeah. You could go for a 3rd try maybe. Will he? Yes, he will, and it successfully does so. There we go. Give him a little clap there, I guess. Well, AJ, he hasn't really had much in terms of item progression. We've got a BKB on the Shadow Fiend to go with that Aegis, and I still can't believe when he popped that BKB there. It looked a lot like that heat-seeking missile hit before he BKB'd, but apparently it was on time. So props to the Burning DD reaction time. Got a Manta on the PL. That's what he spent all that gold on. Crimson Guard is finished on Axe. Got an Ogre Club as well, so probably BKB is going to be his next item. Shanks has picked up a Ring of Health after the mech. I wonder what that is. So we got a smoke coming out from the 3 heroes I just covered. And Burning DD is going to find Bloody Nine, toss him up in the air, and tries to channel the Requiem, but he's going to get swapped by DD3 Derek, who's going to take a fall, but also Bloody Nine's going to go down as well. Ritsu even going down in the middle of that. I didn't even see him jump on in. But he went down. Now we're actually going to have the Aegis reclaimed. But even with no Aegis, I think top 5 is going to look to push here onto the high ground and finish off what they started. But Annihilate is left alive, so that means the marching machines are going to be there. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to push. But yeah, now they're going to ping to go for the tier 2
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
in the top lane and join up with their Phantom Lancer who's already there. This should be an easy one to take, as they're able to get in a position now where the Tinker
Radiant's
isn't going to
top
have
tower
already
is
set
under
up
attack.
and laid down those marching machines. So the tier 2 will
Radiant's
go
top
down. There's only
tower
one
has
tier 2
fallen.
left, which is in the bottom lane, for top 5 to potentially take, and then it's all about trying to break that high
Dire's
ground and
bottom
drop those
tower
tier
is
3
under
towers.
attack.
They can get a decent start on the mid, but without killing that Tinker, or without drastically reducing the numbers on the side of NEL Goons, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do so. Is now we've got Axe farming up pretty aggressively. Doesn't know that Iron is down here. Either way, he's going to get blown up and drop pretty quickly. As now the Axe will get the taunt off, and he'll try and hide in the trees here, but he's going to get hooked on by Bloody Nine. So it's going to be a good kill there for the side of NEL Goons,
Homing in.
punishing the Axe for farming that far away from his base. As F4L, it is going to be a 4-staff. So I was right. That makes me 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 on the night. But I'm right, so I'm going to take it and go with it. Still haven't had anything new coming up from the Vengeful Spirit, as it will just be a set of drums. As for Ritsu, he's picked up a Yasha since we last checked in. Burning DD has picked up a Perseverance. Lincoln's maybe? I don't know. Point booster on the Disruptor, building towards an Egg Scepter. That's going to be a long ways away, though.
I'll betrayer. Double damage.
AJ actually walked into everyone there, going for the rune. He was sticking around for it. Well, NEL Goons picked up another kill. Looks like they used a finger to do so. Bloody 9 running around hasted. The Blade Mail and still just Ogre Club. What is he? Maybe he's gonna hunt for the PL?
And it's off.
Gonna try to spot him out at the side shop. That flare will not actually see the PL. So he even throws out the hook shot, just guessing that the PL is gonna be back in there, but unfortunately not able to find him. You know, both teams are trying to find kills here or there, but for the most part, they're pretty content in farming. Content with farming, I should say. As our top 2 farmers in the game are still on the side of top 5, as the Shadow Fiend with that #1 spot. As he has finished the Lincolns. And the Undying Shanks, he actually did build into the Hood of Defiance, so they are going to have a pipe on their side shortly. As for the PL, sitting, still sitting at 3,000 gold. What is his next item going to be? Well, we know Jugs, as he just picked up. He finally finished the Manta. He's going to use those illusions right now and throw them into the bottom lane, where Annihilate's trying to stop the push coming out from the Phantom Lancer with his March of the Machines. Going to have Roche respawning. That was, I believe that was immediate. As soon as he could have respawned. So will the teams spot him out this early and look to take him or not? Bloody 9 is going to bottle up the bounty rune. Will he even check Roche? Nope. Some action in the top lane. Shrivelly the Cock has been stunned up. And he's going to take a fall really early on into this fight. So is AJ, as Ritsu's jumping around with the Omni Slash. Shanks has gone down as well. Requiem's going to come out from Burning DD. And that'll at least get them the kill on the Bloody 9. But they're sitting here on the back foot a little bit.
Illusion.
He tried to jump away. Jump around as Burning DD wasn't able to get the kill on Annihilate. He'll just TP away. Phantom Lancer's going to try to chase down Ritsu. As we see, it was a 3-for-1 trade, but the axe also bought back. Blink forward from Ephrael, tries to catch out Burning DD, but he's there with the blink to counter.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Sheepstick will get completed by Annihilate. And this is the problem going up against the Tinker, because now he's starting to get the ball rolling. And he just has a million items available to him, and he's just going to look to add on top of that. Because maybe he'll start maxing the Dragon soon and getting an E-Blade to add on to it as well. We'll have a 4-man smoke for NEL Goons, as they're going to look to get a kill and then hopefully be able to do something on the back of it. Maybe Roche. Oh, they're going to find Burning DD, as the Lincolns only saves him from the first laser, but all the other damage isn't really going to help him. He wasn't able to get his BKB off, but I don't even think a BKB would have saved him there. 29's got 2 creeps in tow. Will he check Roche? Or just
Coming in.
nope, just gonna bottle up. Bounty rune again. So nope, neither team has actually checked Roche. I think it's getting pretty close to the time that they should know it has to be up. We're sitting here waiting to buy, and it's going to be a full heart for the Phantom Lancer. Axe still just sitting on that Ogre Club.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Annihilate actually jumped to 2nd in terms of net worth. He has passed the Phantom Lancer. I'm going to get a smoke purchase by the Vengeful Spirit, as maybe NEL Goons will keep trying to look for those ganks. Last one worked out quite well, as they got the kill on the Burning DD. Probably going to look to use it again here, as Burning DD is going to respawn. Try to pick him off maybe one more time. It's actually going to TP to the bottom lane. Start doing maybe a little bit of farming there. Try to get his souls count back up. Ritsu, Shadow Blading on in.
And
Will he
it's
be able
off.
to pick off the Shadow Fiend here as Bloody Nine's on the case as well? Yules will be used on Juggernaut. Bloody Nine, unfortunately, missed his hook shot there. And Burning DD will be fine, but he now has a whole team support behind him. Pharrell's going to put a little bit of push going his team's way in the mid lane. It looks like top 5 may actually just rotate over to respond. Both teams playing pretty close around the Roche pit right now. This PL is even going to TP down there. Both teams
Dire's
definitely
middle
recognizing the
tower is
fact
under
that
attack.
Roche is available, and they don't really want to stray too far away from it, as well the other team could easily just hop on in there and kill it very quickly. Here's the advantage of having the Tinker. You can keep pushing these lanes and then immediately hop back down with your Boots of Travel and hop back and forth, back and forth.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll have an Observer Ward come out from Duty Free Derek, spotting up on the high ground, spotting a little bit of these rotations. I actually don't think they saw all these heroes gathered here, but they'll see them come out now. Get away. FRL's going to jump on in, use the Earth Spike off onto the PL, and then run away. That was maybe a little bit of a risky play. He certainly didn't have any chance of actually killing the PL. Certainly not with a heart. And that little bit of harass damage has already been regen back up by the
Dire's
by
top
the
tower
heart.
is under attack.
I Annihilate, wiping out the creep wave here. That means his creeps are going to push really hard onto that tier 2 tower in just a second. But top 5 is actually in the Roche pit now.
Dire's top tower
Will
is
the
under
NEL Goons
attack.
be able to get there in time? Looks like they're all responding and coming over. Roche down to about half HP, and he's going down very, very quickly. Flare has spotted them out. FRL with the Force Staff and the Blink gets in close. But he's going to get blown up. He's going to be our first hero to go down. He did force out the BKBs early from Burning DD. His Eye Annihilate's going to get a double. He will go down as well, though. Now off to the right-hand side, Bloody Nine will clean up the axe, and we've got the PL desperately running for his life as Ritsu's going to try to chase him down. PL will turn around, use the Phantom, or use the Diffusal to slow down the Juggernaut, and then he's just playing just outside of reach, and his illusions will clean up the Juggernaut. That must have been incredibly frustrating for Ritsu. As we see, it's a 4 for 4. 8 heroes in the game are all dead. Slight advantage to top 5 as a result. We have to think it's a little bit more than just that slight little gold advantage, as well, their Phantom Lancers left alive versus the Clockwork on the other side. So Phantom Lancer could very well just go and farm while this and give himself a little bit of more of a lead between himself and the Juggernaut on the other side. Looking to go a little bit on the aggressive here and go after Bloody Nine, and he may actually be able to get the kill here. Bloody Nine's all out of mana, but oh wow, he will be able to get there in time. I was thinking maybe AJ's going to get there in time, and indeed he was with the glimpse. And they're going to get the kill onto Bloody Nine. So now everyone's kind of respawning, and now Bloody Nine's going to be dead. So will top 5 look to actually try and take Roche, given that it's going to be a 5v4? Looks like they will, as they're going to go into Roche pit. I now like dropping down the March of the Machines. Not really covering that entire path that it would take on the other side of the river. FRL jumping up onto the cliff there, using the finger to clean up AJ. Roche will go down. Aegis is going to get picked up by the Shadow Fiend. FRL is going to go down as well. Eye Annihilate's going to TP away. Ritsu is just going to run away in time using a Shadow Blade. As our kill total is now at 25 to 27. In favor of top 5. We can see that exchange was overall top 5 favored. And we'll see what it's done to our net worth, as we are extremely close to 0. Just 600 gold separating these two teams. As for our XP, it's about 5,000 XP in favor of top 5. But still, not much. I mean, we still haven't even seen a tier 2 tower go down on the Dire side.
Visibility.
Radiant's lost, well, their top and their mid tier 2. Their bottom's still left alive, but their tier 3's lost about half of its HP. So we're still a little ways out from any of these teams really breaking the high ground. As we got a Talisman of Evasion getting picked up by Burning DD, but it isn't a stash, so not revealing that to the opponents yet. He doesn't really have room for it anyways, right now, with the Aegis. There's Ritsu actually getting a kill on the top lane onto Shanks, but he will get taunted up by the axe and Burning DD. Blink's a little bit past Ritsu there, but they will be able to right-click him down and get the kill there. So Ritsu does get a kill, but unfortunately costs him his life. As we're going to quickly cycle through all the heroes in the game and see what we got in terms of items. We got Blink Dagger, Sheepstick, Boots of Travel, and a now Dagon 4 for the Tinker. Vengeful Spirit has a Ghost Scepter and a Drums of Endurance. Clockwork has Blade Mail and BKB.
Do it.
The Lion's sporting a Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and Ghost Scepter. And the Juggernaut, who is unfortunately dead right now, has the Mask of Madness, the Shadow Blade, the Manta, BKB, and what looks like a Maelstrom. Burning DD with that Yule's almost blowing up Annihilate, but it is going to be Burning DD that's going to go down first. He does have the Aegis, so he will respawn. Annihilate was brought all the way back in with the Glimpse, but he's going to get away with 30 HP. That's the second time this game he's got away with that little HP. Meanwhile, in the background, Bloody Nine being a little bit annoying on that Clockwork, as we're going to see Burning DD go down one more time. AJ going down as well. Will these two heroes? They will. Wow. NEL Goons will defend one more time. I cannot believe, for the second time, Annihilate has survived with 30 HP. If he goes down there, it's completely different. Absolutely different. But with him staying alive, that means there's no attempt at taking the tier 3. And, well, like I said, we're in for the long haul with this game. We're already 43 minutes in, and I don't think it's going to be ending anytime soon. With that, let's take a quick look at our Dire side heroes. As Shanks
is under attack.
He is going to get hookshotted by Bloody Nine, so he's going to go down. Shanks, in terms of his items, he's got the Hood of Defiance and the mech. Almost got his pipe. In fact, he does have his pipe. There's Bloody Nine almost getting glimpsed back, but we'll get the BKB off in time.
Homing in.
Phantom Lancer has since picked up a Basher. And also a set of Boots of Travel, so he actually has 2 boots right now. No reason to really sell the power treads right now. But he's got a Heart and a Diffusal as well to go with the Manta. And that newfound Basher. What has AJ got? He's got a Point Booster and Arcane Boots. So still hasn't made any progress since we last checked in terms of his items. Burning DD has well, Yule Scepter, Blink. Almost finished that Butterfly. He's got his Quarterstaff in the stash, Talisman of Evasion on his hero. And just looking to buy that Eagle Song, sitting at 2,400 gold, so he's getting close to it. And last but not least, Shrivel Your Cock on the axe. He's got Blink Dagger and I can't remember the name. Crimson Guard. There we go. I kept thinking AC. It's Crimson Guard and a BKB. Speaking of BKB, his is down to 9 seconds, but I want to take a look at Burning DD, as his indeed is down to 5 seconds. So pretty much using all of those charges, and we do have a Dagon 5 now on the Tinker. And Bloody Nine's also the BKB I want to check. 8 seconds his is down to. As he's smoked up with FRL and Duty Free Derek, as they're going to look for a kill. Duty Free Derek's smoke is going to get popped by the PL. And yeah, PL was chasing, but he thought maybe better of it. Ritsu now just finishing not just his Maelstrom, but a full Mjolnir. As that'll help him deal with these illusions, but he's now going to get taunted up. But he's going to get swapped out by Duty Free Derek, but he's just going to run back in to re-engage. Static Storm is going to keep that Juggernaut silenced, as Burning DD will let the Requiem fly, as now he's going to try to right-click down Annihilate. This time he's not getting away with 30 HP, but he will commit suicide because he just finished a Bloodstone prior to that fight. So 3 heroes go down on the side of the NEL Goons. Just 1 goes down on the side of top 5, as it's about a 1,700 gold swing in favor of the Dire. And now, will they be able to push and deal any structure damage? I don't think so. They only have 30 seconds until that Tinker will be back up, and now Bloody Nine looks like he's in trouble. He's just getting chased down by the Phantom Lancer, but good use of the hookshot there, hookshotting to the creeps, the neutral creeps in the jungle, and then TPing out immediately. He was getting sandwiched between Burning DD and, of course, the aforementioned Phantom Lancer. Where do we stand in terms of net worth? We're still so close to even. 550 gold now separates these two teams, not just 500. XP, pretty much dead even as well. 390 XP is the difference.
Regeneration.
Very, very close game here. Just remember, reminding you what's at stake here. Whichever team wins here advances to the playoffs. Whichever team loses here, they're eliminated from the tournament. This is our last game of Group D, and it's a very important one. We already know that the North American Rejects are going to be advancing to the next round, and that Void Boys have been eliminated. But these two teams fighting for their tournament survival. Burning DD has finished the butterfly. Looks like we're going to have a blade mail coming out from the axe soon. 4-man smoke for top 5. They're going to make their way down into the Radiant Jungle, doing a little bit of warding on their way. Burning DD is kind of leading the way right now. So he's going to blink forward. He will get the Yules off on a duty-free Derek, and this is going to be a dead Vengeful Spirit. I don't think that's the kind of target that they were looking for, though. I don't think they're going to be able to push on the back of this. Maybe they'll check for Roche and see if Roche is available, as that's pretty much the only thing that kind of kill has really freed up. They check Roche, he's not up. He's going to be up soonish, but I don't think they're going to wait around long enough to see him respawn. They've TP'd up to the top lane, or at least Burning DD and Shanks have,
are fortified,
as they needed to defend against the push that was coming out from F4L and Ritsu. Now Annihilate will TP on up here as well, as he's actually just going to cancel. Roche is up now, but like I said, everyone's kind of rotated away. Still 20 seconds until the Vengeful Spirit's going to be back up. And now PL just finishing that Abyssal Blade as well. Man, this PL is getting pretty scary. We now have 3 heroes over 25k net worth. The Juggernaut about to pass 20k net worth. 7 heroes over 10k. Undying, 1700 away from 10k as well. Got a lot of farm on these heroes. The bottom 2, not so much. Is the Disruptor just sitting at 3400 net worth. He's been sitting on those Arcane Boots and the Point Booster for quite some time. Of course, it's a lot of work warding and using your smokes and all that. Now top 5 will just run into Roche Pit. They'll get spotted immediately by the flare from the Clockwork. But they apparently don't care. Annihilate will throw down the March of the Machines, which will keep going into the Roche Pit. That's his 3rd March of the Machines going in there. The PL's taking quite a beating from that March as he got stunned out by the Roche. Pipe will get used by Shanks there to make sure there wasn't any additional damage coming in. Well, top 5 needs to make sure they don't go too far away, as they just dealt a lot of damage to the Roche.
Incoming.
As NEL Goons are on their side of the river. Just quickly checking with those PL illusions, making sure that the Goons haven't head on in.
Do it with flair.
Flare will spot him out once again. PL PL doesn't care though. He's still going to engage on to Roche, but the Radiant side does know the HP. Onto Roche, and Bloody Nine's going to hop on in with the Aegis, and he is going to steal it. Big play there coming out from the Clockwork. He will go down and use that Aegis immediately, but it means it's not an Aegis on to the PL. It looks like he's going to go down again, but Annihilate doing work here up on the cliff. We're going to bring down Burning DD. Duty Free Derek also getting quite low. Annihilate actually blinked down in to the Roche pit, and he just got cleaned up by the Phantom Lancer. Now Duty Free Derek somehow able to get that TP off without a bash proc coming out from the Phantom Lancer. Zephyr will be able to escape as well. In the end, it is just a 2-for-2 trade. Actually not showing the second death there on the Clockwork. But he effectively died 2 times. But what a huge play from Burning DD, or from Bloody Nine, excuse me, as he jumped on into that Roche pit. Just timed appropriately. Of course, his flare was giving vision, but I think the flare vision had just finished. But either way, he was able to jump on in and snatch that Aegis. A huge play from him. As an Aegis on the Phantom Lancer would have been quite difficult for the NEL Goons. NEL Goons. NEL Goons to deal with. Zephyr is going to get engaged on here by the Phantom Lancer. He won't actually stun him up with the Abyssal. I don't think he was actually able to get in range there. Maybe lucky for FRL. He's actually going to use his finger to farm up a little bit there. He's already level 16. He's down to level, or a 20-second cooldown. And, well, part of that is thanks to the Egg Scepter, which is also going to make it AoE as well. So he's able to farm those creeps a little bit faster. Something that you certainly don't see every day. Duty Free Derek has picked up a Helm of Iron Will. What is that, Veil, maybe? Certainly not a standard item pickup, but that'll pair quite well with the Lion and the Tinker. Shanks has a gem now. I'll help give them a little bit more map control as a result of vision provided from Observer Wards, as they'll be able to remove some of the ones from the NEL Goons, as they only have, well, actually they have 2 up right now. They've got this one in the mid lane and also another one in the bottom lane. And it will be a Veil of Discord coming out from Duty Free Derek as he just completes that. Annihilate jumping to the bottom lane. He's only sitting on 4 Bloodstone charges, and that's not exactly what he got the item for, is you want to be able to make sure that when you die on that hero, Tinker, you're able to just respawn really quickly and jump back on into the fight, as that's what that hero does best. He's got a 5-man smoke here coming out from top 5 as they're going to try and chase down Annihilate, but he did just TP away, so they're not going to find the kill. A little bit unfortunate for them, as they'll still run around in the jungle trying to find a kill. But there's no one even close from the side of NEL Goons. Looks like most of them are actually up here in the top lane, as they're going to try to engage on Burning DD. As they've sheeped him up, and they're going to sheep him up again, but the Axe is going to jump on in with the taunt onto the Tinker. And Annihilate could be in a bad position here. Are they going to be able to deal damage to him? They will, so he won't be able to blink away, as he's going to go down, as well as F4L. And it's a 2-man gank, or two, I don't know. They got 2 kills, that's what I was trying to say. For the side of top 5, that's going to be a Tinker down for 60 seconds, Lion down for slightly longer, about 2 or 3 seconds after that, he'll respawn. But will top 5 be able to march down a lane and push? I don't know. It's down to 45 seconds now before the Tinker's going to be back up. So probably not. So we're at 54.5 minutes into this game. Ping coming out from Shanks. They do want to push this tier 3. I also said, hey, push down the mid lane as well. We'll put pressure on both lanes. Force them to defend 2 lanes, and they may actually even stay split with the PL in a separate lane and the 4 of them in the top lane. So even when the Tinker comes back up, won't be able to respawn either way. So PL is going to hop on in, as Bloody Nine was taking quite a bit of a beating there, but Duty Free Derek will swap him out. Will cost Duty Free Derek his life, but He did save the
top
clockwork.
tower is under attack.
He was kind of getting caught out there. Now the tier 3 is
Radiant
going to get
structures are fortified.
attacked as it's going to drop down to 700 HP as Annihilate's going to come in at the bottom of the screen, lay down a couple March of the Machines.
Radiant's
As
top
Axe
tower
tries
is
to go on
falling.
him, but it will cost him his life. Now Bloody 9, with that newfound health from thanks to the regen, will engage onto Burning DD, who will just jump on over to Annihilate.
And it's off.
But he's Ghost Sceptered up, so won't be able to drop the Tinker. Ritsu with his BKB popped will try to run away. PL's not done as he's going to keep trying to
Radiant's
chase
top barracks
FRL,
are
and
under attack.
actually he's going to go back to the racks, which they've got down to about 670 HP, but not able to take them down. Maybe they could have been working on the melee, range racks instead, as those don't regen. Of course, the melee racks do. But progress was made. They managed to take down the tier 3 tower. The melee racks took a little bit of damage, but those will probably be back at full HP before they consider pushing again. We did have an MKB get picked up by the Juggernaut as a result of that team fight, and well, Burning DD also picked up a Satanic. As Burning DD is just going to farm up here in the bottom lane. He's still interested that he picked up that Lincoln's. I mean, it's good against the Tinker, but maybe a little bit surprising. It's also good against the Lion as well. Lion being able to blink in and open with a Hex is pretty good. But with the Lincolns blocking the Hex, that'll allow Burning DD at least enough time to react and to blink away. Which would mean that the only way that would be prevented is if the Lion was able to jump in and do a little bit of damage, or proc the Lincolns with the Mana Drain followed by the Hex before Burning DD was able to react, which is going to be quite difficult. Annihilate finishes his E-Blade. Two tower going down.
Dire's top
Tombstone actually
tower
getting
has
dropped by
fallen.
Shanks there. But NEL Goons will actually just back away.
Incoming.
As the NEL Goons will make their way from the top lane to the mid lane, and they're going to start pushing it. So there's that finger coming out from FRL again. Dropping that creep wave. It looks so weird when he uses it on a creep wave, but that'll be back up in 5 seconds and he'll be able to use it again. NEL Goons have been the one putting the pressure on recently, but they'll back away now as Annihilate's going to put pressure on the top lane. We know Roche is going to be respawning real soon, so both teams have to keep that in mind as well. Burning DD will be the one who will respond to the top lane push and just go up there and wipe it out quickly. Ooh, Annihilate. He's setting something up, but I don't think he realizes the numbers that are coming from top 5. He certainly will now because of the Observer Ward.
Rock it on.
Ritsu will start putting some pressure on in the mid lane, but he'll actually just back away. A little bit of inactivity, I guess, from both sides here.
And it's
They're,
off.
they're trying to set things up, and well, this play we've got 4-man smoke from NEL Goons. It's
Dire's
always
bottom
hop into
tower
Roche
is
Pit.
under attack.
And look at the response coming out from top 5. They know what's up. Because they've TP'd to the bottom lane, but they're certainly not going to get to Roche in time.
Roshan has
The Roche will
fallen
go
to
down.
the Radiant.
The Clockwork will pick up the Aegis. Bloody 9.
Invisibility.
And I believe the cheese is on the line. Yep. That's the one thing when you're 60 minutes into a game, the Aegis isn't. I mean, it's great, but it's not on your big cores because they don't have any room. You take a look at this Juggernaut; he doesn't have room. Take a look at the Tinker; he doesn't have room. Same with the Shadow Fiend and the PL. It's not possible for them to really hold on to an Aegis. We've got, it's actually funny, both Shanks and the PL drawing on the map, circling their own jungle at basically exactly the same time. Saying, hey, they went up here, they went up here, they went up here. They actually went up this way and came down, but close enough. So obviously someone made a comment on the team about where, which path, where did they go, where are they right now, or something like that. It immediately got circled out. Quickly open our item chart here and see what we got on everyone.
And it's off.
As we see, Bloody Nine has picked up a Shiva's Guard. Duty Free Derek, we saw him pick up the Veil. Nothing really new from anyone on the side of the Radiant besides that Shiva's Guard.
Incoming.
On the Clockwork for the Dire, I don't think there's anything new. We got the Diffusal upgraded to level 2 a little while ago. AJ still no progress. Burning DD has picked up an Ultimate Orb. But beyond that, I don't think anything else is new.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
These NEL Goons are actually going to be standing under an Observer Ward, but they are going to counter it up. And we are going to have an engage here. As Axe is going to jump on in, get the taunt off onto Ritsu, but Bloody Nine's going to jump into the background and lock down Burning DD and AJ, managing to actually get a kill onto AJ in the middle of all that. Now, Duty Free Derek maybe in a little bit of trouble. They're going to try to focus him down. Ritsu's already gone down as well. Burning DD will try to go down, or go on to Annihilate, but he's going to get blown up. The PL actually kind of abandoned Burning DD there and turned around and went to help out the rest of his team. But Bloody Nine's been doing some work. As thanks to Annihilate's little burst damage there, they're able to finish off the Axe. And well, we see NEL Goons coming out ahead on that one. Take a look at the show fight recap. It's a 3-for-3 trade. Of course, there are still two heroes, or only two heroes dead right now on the side of NEL Goons because we had the Aegis on the Clockwork, which was spent that fight. Now the NEL Goons will look to put a little bit of pressure on this tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower is
I
under
think they
attack.
should be able to take it without too much hassle coming out from top 5, but PL says, you know what? No. I'm not letting anything go easily. And indeed, they're not even going to get the tier 2 on the back of that. They're going to have to go back and defend. I'm going to have to mute here for a second and take a sip of water as my voice is dying on me, guys, so give me 1 second. Alright, we're back. And we're now past the 64-minute mark in this game.
And it's off.
As, oh boy, it feels like one fight. If it goes really one-sided, it could blow this game wide open. But at the same time, look at our buyback status. 3 out of the 4 big cores in this game all have buyback. So it could very well take 2 big fights before we're going to even see the end of this. We still don't have our racks down. We're going to have another Roche up in probably about 4 minutes. Or at least until we find out when he'll be back up, or is it 4? I don't know. I don't even know what it said.
Double
Oh,
damage.
Mr. Scissor in chat. I won't blame you if you just turn on Monster Cat for the rest of this cast. First of all, I don't use Monster Cat. The music I play is done by Approaching Nirvana. Is not affiliated with Monster Cat, but we'll see a smoke from the side of top 5 as they're once again going to look for a pick-off. And I mean, it's got... Who can you pick off here that's actually going to be of
Dire's
value?
middle tower is under attack.
I mean, obviously any kill is a good kill, but at the same time, like, you've maybe got to get a kill on Annihilate. I don't know. Even still, he's going to respawn pretty quickly with the Bloodstone. Although he's kind of been using it and not using it. Not using it right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
As he's going to
middle
jump to the
tower
mid
is
lane,
under
put some
attack.
pressure on that tier 2. Looks like we are going to get a tier 2 going down the mid lane, but we're also going to get one going down the bottom lane. So at least the teams are trading.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
If they continue on this trend and they can keep trading, we may see racks getting
Dire's middle
trade
tower is
and
under
then a base
attack.
race.
Dire's middle tower has
I
fallen.
guess that's what we can hope for.
I'll take
This
that
one's
as
turning
tribute.
into a little bit of a snoozer. So we haven't really seen anything happen in the last little while here. And I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. Ritsu going to be farming up here in the Dire side, and Shanks is invis, spotting him out. They may be able to get a pick off here onto the Juggernaut. Shanks is going to try to chase him down, but they're not going to be able to catch up to him. Well, there was almost a little bit of action there. Didn't work out. Bloody 9 laying down the cogs, which will help him escape from the PL. Will actually not land his hook shot onto a neutral camp because it's not there. Now the PL still going aggressive. He could get caught out here maybe. Never mind, I Annihilate nukes down the wrong target. Swap will actually bring the PL back in, but he's already popped his BKB, so he's going to look to fight now. Duty Free Derek and Bloody 9 will try to TP away. And they both actually know Bloody 9 will get cancelled by the taunt from the axe. So we are going to see Bloody 9 go down here. And he's going to be down for 100 seconds, but when you get a pick off, you can't actually push because your other lanes are getting pushed by I Annihilate and Ritsu. Tier 3 is starting to take a little bit of damage here. As some more progress is made, 450 damage has been dealt to a tier 3.
Illusion.
Well, NEL Goons have a significant net worth lead now, at least. Almost at 10k. And I know it doesn't matter, but let's just look at the XP for the hell of it. 20k in favor of the NEL Goons. So they're ahead. But they're not ending the game, and neither team can really end the game. We're going to see Roche go down
Roshan
for
has fallen to the
fourth
Dire.
time, I think, this game. Maybe the fifth? I don't know. Axe is going to carry the Aegis for them. Who even picked up the cheese? It's going to be Shanks on the Undying. It's ridiculous that, like, we're more excited about the 450 damage that has been dealt to a tier 3 tower than Roche going down and Aegis going on one side. Because we know the Aegis isn't really going to do anything. Like, they're certainly not going to be able to push with it. In fact, the cheese is probably the bigger item pickup. Because that's going to last past... Well, the Aegis is at least going to expire, and then we're going to still have the cheese when it's all said and done. AJ has made some progression. He's picked up an Ogre Club. He's got another 1,300 gold. Oh gosh, you guys in chat. At least you guys are keeping this exciting at least. I'll just read off what a special shot said. Hey Niz, have you ever considered casting for a bingo hall? It has pretty much the same level of excitement as this meta. I'm sure you'd really enjoy... And then he does the Resident Sleeper. Emote. This is like that super long game from TI, whatever, where all the other casters quit and only the Korean casters were left. And the casters were begging the teams to push. Yeah, I feel like we could be there soon. So we might have a push coming here. Top 5 is 4 heroes in the top lane. PL's in the mid lane, pushing that out. They're actually pinging their PL, telling him to get up there, and he's going to boots a travel back. Or up to the top lane. And this is going to be a push. Looks like the NEL Goons are going to come back to defend. And that rightfully so, they're going to go after the range racks here. And we're going to see our first racks. Never mind. Glyph's going to get used. I think we're still going to see the first racks go down here. As the glyph, or as the range rack's going to go down. Maybe the melee racks too. Bloody Nine's going to engage. He's going to trap Burning DD in the cogs. And I don't think either of the two of them are taking any damage in there. His axe is now going to go on to Ritsu, and we got a Static Storm onto Annihilate, trapping him in. That's significant, as the Tinker's gone down, but we got buybacks coming out from Burning DD, or from Bloody Nine and Annihilate, as they're both going to look to re-engage. Still, the melee rack's not going down here. Maybe the illusions will be able to clean it up, as the axe will respawn with the Aegis, but he'll take a fall immediately after. The cogs will trap the PL in, but that's actually just going to lead Bloody Nine to his death, as the PL is going to be able to clean that up. Now Ritsu's getting right-clicked down by the PL, and PL just proving to be the stronger late-game carry, as Annihilate will get the kill onto the axe, but Ritsu, the more important target, will go down. More buybacks coming out, as PL will now buy back, as he took a fall to, I think actually, Duty Free Derek got the kill on him. And well, we've got our first set of racks down. Looks like we're going to lose our second tier 3 here. Will they be able to get a second set of racks? I think so, as the melee racks are going to go down here. Ritsu not able to buy back or rejoin his team. Neither is Bloody Nine. So our second set of racks is going to go down. Range racks going to go down as well. As 73 minutes into this game, we lose our second set of racks, and they're going to go for the third as they start going on this tier 3. And they should be able to get it before the NEL Goons have enough respawns to come back in, but they're still going to fight regardless, as they realize if they lose this set of racks, it's over. Keep in mind, the winner of this will advance, the loser is eliminated, as Annihilate is going to go down. As top 5 looking like they're in a position to win this one and advance to the playoffs, as the last set of racks is going to go down here, and that's going to enable the Mega Creeps. Duty Free Derek, well, Wave of Terror certainly isn't going to stop them. But you do what you can. Zephyr, maybe he'll throw out a couple finger bangs here. 20-second cooldown. As the first tier 4 is going down, the second's going to go down a second. GG well played, is said by Shanks.
Is under attack.
Which I think he's actually just saying like, this one's over, boys. As now GG will be said by Annihilate, and there we go. The racks will, or the throne will go down. Top 5 will advance. That was what, 75 minutes, whatever it was. That was ridiculously long. That was definitely the longest game I'd ever cast. An hour and just under an hour and 14 minutes. Oh. Top 5 will advance. They'll move on to our playoffs. Oh, I love you guys in chat. The top 5 will advance. They'll move on to our playoffs. The NEL Goons will go home. So out of Group D, it will be top 5. And the North American Rejects will advance. Group C, of course, we are going to have the tiebreaker, which is going to be on April 26th, so Sunday. And that will determine which of these two teams will advance between Complexity, eHug, and Not Today. Those games will start at 6 p.m. So tune in for that to watch that. As for Group B, who advanced in Group B? I don't even remember. That was our close one where I know Root got eliminated and Black Sheep also got eliminated. So Wheel and Boreal will be the two teams that advance out of that group. And as for Group A, we had Summoner's Rift and I believe it was Leviathan moving on out of that group. Wow. We're almost done the group stage. Just that tiebreaker left to go. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Hopefully you guys will tune in on the 26th to see that tiebreaker. I will enjoy the much needed one-day break that I'm going to get. Like I said, that's going to be it for tonight. Once again, I'm Niz, and thanks for watching NizCast, and thanks for sticking with me for almost a 75-minute long game there. Make sure you hit the follow button on Twitch and on YouTube and Twitter. Just go look it up. Everything's NizCast. You'll find it. I just want to shut down the stream and go to sleep. That game. Oh my. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Tune in on the 26th at 6 p.m. for the tiebreaker. That's it for me tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.